They say the pen is mightier than the sword. At KBLA Talk 1580, we not only have a lot to talk about, we have a lot to write about. Politics, relationships, business, empowerment, and culture. The all-star roster at KBLA Talk 1580 has you covered.
That's what it's all about.
Be sure to follow us on all our socials for our latest book releases, op-eds, essays, and commentaries from our hosts. And, of course, download the KBLA 1580 app as we strive to remain your most trusted, credible, and reliable source for the issues you care about. This is unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
What up, baby?
Blow it to the side right now.
Yo, Dre, give me a funky baseline.
Right here. Here's a little something about a brother like me. Never should have been let out the penitentiary. Ice Cube will like to say that I'm a crazy mother from around the way. Since I was a youth, I smoked weed out. Now I'm the type of punk that you read about, doing a crime or two. That's what the hell I do. You don't like how I'm living? Well, this is a crew, and I'm in it. My man Trey knock you out in a minute with the right, left, you're toothless. And then you say, damn, they ruthless. We make you say it again. In W ways, messing up the program. And then you realize we don't care. We don't just say no, we're too busy saying yeah. About drinking straight out the 8 bottle. Tell the truth, do I look like a role model to a kid looking up to me? Life ain't nothing but girls and money. Cause I'm the type of brother that's built to last. We had some in the present, some in the past. But I don't give a damn cause I keep belling. Yo, tell them what they yelling. Gangsta. That's what they yelling. It's not about a salary, it's all about reality.
He'll tell you exactly how he feels and don't think that.
Homies all standing around just hanging. Some dope dealing, some gang banging. We decide to roll and we
all right,
deep.
Ice-T here on the
real slow. Because you know,
Ice-T, you gonna do that because I said DeSantis when I meant De Leon? See, I see. You see, you don't get no grace here.
Krista is actually grooving this Ice Cube
I
track, right?
love this.
Listen,
I
Krista
didn't
knew
know
the words.
Yes, I don't know the clean
And she
words.
said, "Oh, I don't know the words to this version."
Hour 3,
impressed.
Don Amiche versus everybody with Krista and Marlo.
Pew, pew, pew. You knew it. You knew it was coming.
What do you think a reward should be for returning a $5 million lost check?
10%.
$5 million.
I say 5. I know, right?
1 million.
Yeah,
That's 10%.
$5 million lost check was, let's see here, and you returned it to the party who it was made out to.
500,000 would be good.
Haribo, is it Haribo? Haribo, the candy
Like the-
company?
like the gummy bears?
Yeah. So they lost a check that was worth $4.8 million. They're a German-based company, one of the most recognizable gummy candy brands worldwide, with an estimated revenue between $1.7 and $2 billion. Wow.
Wait, how you lose a check? Did somebody just drop it in the street, or it was like floating and digitally somewhere in the air?
No, I don't know. Some guy found it and brought it back to them, the $1 million check. And how much of a reward should he have gotten?
He should have. Okay, I said $1 million at first, but then I was like, okay, come on. So I would say at least 500,000.
$500,000 for returning a check? So
Returning a $5 million check?
Well, it wasn't $5 million in cash. It was a check that could be easily voided, maybe. It's more of a clerical work.
What?
It's more clerical, you know.
Was it a check that was like a cashier's check?
Let's say it was a cashier's check that was made out to Hasbro.
Oh, it was made out to Haribo.
Haribo.
Oh, I thought it was one of their checks.
Well, maybe it was one of the checks. Let's say it was.
And it was blank on the.
Yeah, let's say that. Let's say that's true. How much then?
I still say 500,000.
They gave him $6.
Oh, what?
They gave him a box of gummies valued at just over $6 for returning a check worth $4.8 million.
I know you lying.
Oh, that's outrageous. At least give $100,000. Yeah.
That sounds insane.
Box of gummies valued at just over.
They said, "Thank you. Here's our summer treats."
That's it. That's what they said. What do you think? Yeah, not ungrateful.
At least 100,000.
At least 100,000.
At least 100,000.
I'm with you on 100.
At least that's the low end.
I would just say something.
Yeah, not.
I mean, even if they gave him 10,000,
Yeah,
I would still be like, oh, that was good, because it's not like he could cash it if it was like a check to Haribo.
I don't know. Let's go to Fahima out in D.C. What's up, Fahima?
What'd you say, Fahima?
Yeah, greetings, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, hi, Fahima.
Now, Krista knows this because she worked in the financial institution and credit union just like I did. The check, and I saw the story on the Breakfast Club, and everybody was saying that he should have gotten more than he got. I'm not going to give it away. I don't know if you shared what he got. But they probably already placed a stop payment on the check, and he couldn't do anything with it if he hadn't reported it because it was made out to a company. You know, there was he couldn't go to the liquor store to cash it.
Oh, got you. Okay. So it was made out to the company.
Yes, from a supermarket from a supermarket made payable to the company, and he found it, and he called and returned it. But he couldn't do anything with it, so, you know, they're not going to break him off $250,000. The check, you know, there was nothing that he could do with it anyway. And so I don't think that they shortchanged him by what they gave him. Because
that's a little like, you know, that's kind of whack though, right?
I mean, because
$6 bottle of a box of gummies.
Yes.
But Krista, you worked in a financial institution. You know, they as soon as the check turns up missing, they place a
they put a stop payment on it anyway. Yeah, so
what if they didn't even know it was missing?
Oh, with that kind, I'm sure they did. That kind of money, I'm sure they did.
Because I'm thinking, if it was an actual check, then I mean, how did they lose it? You know what I mean?
Well, we don't know. I mean, it could have. Let me tell you. One time, there's a very famous place in D.C. called Lee's Flowers. It's a historically black place. And I actually found their bank deposit where they, you know, maybe the person was supposed to be taken to the bank may have dropped it, and it had checks and cashed it in, and I returned it. And so the thing is that it could have just gotten lost. He found it on the ground, on the platform or something, but there was nothing that he could have done with it anyway, and they probably realized it, and they placed a stop payment on it. Even if they didn't realize it, he couldn't do anything with it. The check cashing store, the liquor store wasn't going to cash it for him.
No, I totally get that, but you don't think that the company should have just been more appreciative? He went out of his way to return it?
Yeah, I think they did give him some complimentary things.
$6
They gave him some gummy bears.
I'm taking that thing to Nick's check cashing.
Because you're somebody special.
How much should he have gotten? Come on.
I mean, maybe about, I don't know, maybe $1,000. You know, at a minimum.
No.
Or at least dinner. At least dinner, right? Dinner.
Well, I think I would have been happy with the candy.
A $6 box.
It would have taken me more to get there. It would have taken me more to get an Uber there, or either just go out of my way.
Yeah, but he didn't take the check back to them. I think they asked him to destroy it and send them proof. I once found somebody's telephone on the Amtrak, and I called the last number that was called, and their boss gave me their number, and I called the woman, and I took it to FedEx, and she sent me a gift card. I think honesty is the best policy, because if you lose something, you don't want karma coming back to you.
Agreed.
And I've lost things. I remember losing my American Express card, and the person called American Express and told them.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't go on a shopping spree. They called American Express, and American Express called me and told me to come down to the paper stand and get my card. So, you know, the thing is that, and if I lose cash, I just hope that the person found the money, needed it more than
you
I
did. Yeah. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. You know, but this is a whole company. This was it's not even an individual that, you know, just appreciative of your kindness.
I am probably our place's biggest fan.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. If you lost your paycheck, all three of you, if you lost your paycheck and then you reported it that the paycheck was lost and they reissued your paycheck, the check was, the stop payment was made on it and they reissued your paycheck, and somebody calls and said, hey, I found it. Are you going to give them a reward? Are you going to thank them? You may ask them, okay, well, I got the check replaced, but thank you very much. Are you going to give them $100 out of your check, and the check has already been voided and replaced? Come on.
I see what you're saying. My only rebuttal is that This is a full company. And they can afford to reward someone for a nice gesture.
Yeah, and I think they did by giving him some complimentary candy.
I'm dead.
Complimentary candy.
He said, "You know what we good for, right? You want some Haribo?"
Well, I'm taking that down to Nick's Check Cashing or Checking the Cash or someplace.
And you know what's going to happen? You go to the liquor store here, they're going to say, sorry, we not cash this check.
No.
Oh, no.
Now you're being Wow, look at that. You're being racist now.
She's not being racist. No, she's not. I stick up for you, FEMA. You're not.
They're going to say, checking no good.
Wow. I'm gonna say, hi, my name is Fahima, and I want to cash this check for $3 billion.
Let me see ID.
And they said, do you think we have $3 billion at this liquor store?
Yes,
exactly.
you have $3 billion. All right, Fahima.
Check this out.
Yeah.
Check this out real quick. I was working for a community company, a community organization, and this lady came in with a check and wanted to use the typewriter to type her name on the check. And I was like, I'm sorry, we can't allow
No,
you
she
to do
didn't.
that.
No, she didn't. She said, y'all got a typewriter? What year was this?
We used to let the community we used to let the community use our services, and she wanted to come in and type her name on a blank check. And I'm sorry.
No, really, what year was this?
This might have been in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Okay, where people still had typewriters.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. It's an antique now. Yeah. All right, Fahima, thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, yeah. We're going to get to, when we come forward, the story coming up about this woman who went to Cabo and just disappeared. Yeah, we'll talk about that when we come forward. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
We may be LA's newest talk station, but when you're punching above your weight, it's not about whether you can throw a punch. Can you take a punch? We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. And we don't black down.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
East West Players brings you the stage play Brothers Paranormal by Prince Gomovilas, directed by Jeff Liu, November 17th through December 11th. After a nationwide increase in sightings of Asian-looking ghosts, two Thai brothers, one from Thailand and one from the American Midwest, struggle to launch a ghost hunting business and are called to the home of an African-American couple displaced from Hurricane Katrina. This suspenseful, humorous, compassionate exploration of the trauma of leaving home, whether crossing the country, the globe, or the other side, is a play for everyone. Get tickets now through December 11th at eastwestplayers.org. eastwestplayers.org.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Jane doesn't mind an apartment with no elevator.
5 flights of stairs is 5 plates of cardio.
Bob is a little less enthusiastic about stairs.
I hate stairs.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle renters and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Jane and Bob found an apartment that's a 4-story walk-up. And Bob?
Yeah, there's a freight elevator she doesn't know about.
What were you talking about?
Oh, nothing.
Bundling without compromise at geico.com.
It's pro time, because at Lowe's, it's Provember. Save big with inventory you can count on, like Flex products or DeWalt power tools starting at just $99. Plus, Lowe's MVPs members earn up to 3 times bonus points per dollar on select items. Save all Provember long. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. MVP's Pro Rewards program terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty terms. Subject to change. Prices valid from 10/17/22 to 2/3/23 or until supplies last.
We're not ratings driven. We're engagement driven. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
Check it out.
All right, there is outrage. A local family is mourning the loss of their daughter weeks after she didn't return home from a trip to Mexico. Parents Bernard and Salamandra Robinson said Shanquella Robinson, 25, left Charlotte on a trip to Mexico, Cabo, with a group of friends October 28th. Sadly, they would never see her daughter again. Let's see here. Let's see. There's a news report here.
At 11, a Charlotte family is trying to figure out what happened to their 25-year-old daughter. Shanquella Robinson's parents say she took a trip to Mexico last month with a group of friends. Her friends made it back, but she didn't. They say she was found dead. They were told what happened, but they tell me tonight they're not buying it.
I just sit back and wait on God, because like I say, she's going to get justice.
A mystery in Mexico. How did a weekend with friends turn into a nightmare?
Something is not adding up right here.
Bernard and Salamandra Robinson say their daughter, 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson, traveled with friends from Charlotte to Cabo, Mexico on October the 28th.
They didn't put the whole thing. They've got video of this. Let me see if I can find the actual.
The video is just...
Yeah.
It's hard to hear because it's more of a visual.
Well, yeah. I guess they're fighting in a room.
Well, it's not even they're fighting. It's just the one girl beating up on Shanquella. And you see one friend holding the phone videotaping, and then the other friend that is videotaping the video that we are watching tells
Tonight
her fight back.
Let's see here. So here's the rest of the. Here we go.
She's made it back, but she didn't. They say she was found dead. They were told what happened, but they tell me tonight they're not buying it.
I just sit back and wait on God, because something is not adding up right here.
Bernard and Salamandra Robinson say their daughter, 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson, traveled with friends from Charlotte to Cabo, Mexico on October the 28th.
I spoke with her Friday evening. She was having dinner. And I never spoke with her again.
The next day, their world changed.
On Saturday evening, they called and said she wasn't feeling well, and they was going to call a doctor. But when they called, the doctor hadn't arrived yet, but they said she had alcohol poisoning.
They say they were told their daughter died from alcohol poisoning, but they don't believe that. They say they've heard different stories, and none of them add up.
We received the autopsy report on Thursday, and it said that her neck had been broke, and she had a back spinal cord was scratched.
Yeah, and if you look, there's video of one girl beating this girl in a hotel room.
And one of the friends saying, fight back, and she says no.
Ooh.
So that took it to a whole nother level.
In a statement,
we got the State Department in on this now.
They called the FBI.
U.S. Department of State said, quote, "We are aware of these reports. Protecting the welfare of U.S. citizens overseas is among our top priorities. Out of respect for the privacy of those involved, we have no further comment at this time." Shanquella's body arrived back in Charlotte on Thursday.
She had a heart of gold. She didn't mistreat nobody.
I mean, I can't even be a grandfather. Can't even walk her down the aisle. She gone.
Weeks later, questions remain.
We're not going to stop until we get to the end of it.
Take it to the bottom of it.
We're going to get to the end of this.
No, this not going to happen,
Okay.
No, I've been crying, I'm hurt. I'm hurting all the way around.
Sad.
And the family tells me they have contacted the FBI in Charlotte to help them figure out what happened.
Well, what about the other people?
The other friends, and the other friends, no one's talking.
Oh, no one's. Oh, ooh! I think we know what happened.
Yeah.
I think.
Gonna talk about she had alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, she must have. She must have.
That 5 she didn't.
Well, you know what? I wonder if that fight is what we're watching a murder. That fight.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
On the tape is maybe that led to her having a broken neck, or maybe there was some more beatings after that.
Because the girls was trying. You could see before they cut the tape off, or before what we see. You see that the girl is just hitting her and swinging her around and throwing her around, and she attempts to kick her at one point, and then the girl is down. Oh. And it's like, yeah.
What should she have done?
Who should have done?
With Sean Quilla.
I don't know what she could have done. I mean, she obviously did not know she was going to be ambushed.
Let me see this video. You can't allow someone just to beat you. You gotta fight back, right?
Of course, you have to. At least try, right?
I mean, but I don't know. Maybe she thought of these people as her friends.
I know that's the hardest thing.
Oh yeah.
Quilla, can we at least fight back?
No.
Yeah, that was her right there.
Yeah, she
Can I see that?
Yeah, this is horrible. I don't know if you want. I don't know if
It's
you want.
insane.
It's very
It's
hard
like-
to watch here.
And it's like, how is they supposed to be your friends?
You know? Yeah, it's very hard to watch.
Quilla, can we at least fight back?
Look in the bottom right corner. You see another friend that's recording.
Now, why you know what?
Why did she not fight back?
You know what they need to do? We need to get a law. And there might be one already, but a law that basically says if you stand by and record these things and upload them, that you need to be charged.
Yeah,
with
you
a
could be
crime law.
charged.
You need to be an accessory
I agree.
after the fact or during the fact or to this crime. This is clearly
Because
assault.
you are an accessory.
Yeah, you're not doing nothing
Why
to
would
stop
you
or
sit
break
there
up.
and why would you? And the fact that she thought that these were her friends enough to go travel to another country with them.
Yeah.
And then for at least 3 of them I don't know how many it was in the entire group, but at least 3 of them, the 2 that was videotaping and the one that was beating her up, were all against her and not trying to help her.
Somebody need to go to jail.
I think they all need to go to jail.
Somebody-
Everybody. Because if you didn't commit the crime, you definitely were an accessory to it, and you helped cover it up.
That is so sad.
Because they called her mother. They called her mother 24 hours after they got there and said that she was not responsive and it was alcohol poisoning. That she was dead and it was alcohol poisoning.
Well, could it have been both? Could she have got killed?
No, they the autopsy said that it had nothing to do with alcohol. It was her neck.
They didn't have enough. They didn't have enough. They didn't do toxicology to find out if she had alcohol poisoning.
She may have, but what did her alcohol poisoning?
No, I just
break her neck and back.
No. Obviously,
They left her she was in the hotel room for 5 days before somebody came and got her. They were all staying in the same hotel room. They went about their vacation.
You're not gonna fight back,
Marlo?
Yeah.
Oh, you out of your mind. At this point, you gonna catch it, and both of y'all catching it when I'm done with her.
Okay.
Everybody gonna get it because
you ain't gonna be like, no, you're not gonna.
Absolutely not. But I'm not Shanquilla. She's probably a more kind person, less hood. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's my first instinct. My first instinct is to fight, but hers may not have been.
Interesting. All right. Okay. Well, hopefully we'll get some more news on that. You see Governor Gavin Newsom's wife testifying in the Harvey Weinstein trial?
I heard, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. California governors, according to TMZ, Gavin Newsom's wife testified at Harvey Weinstein's L.A. sexual assault trial.
Who did?
Gavin Newsom's wife.
Yes.
The governor's wife.
Mm-hmm.
And was stunningly asked to recreate how she faked an orgasm with the disgraced film producer.
My gosh.
I know you lying.
Former actress Jennifer Siebel Newsom looked horrified on the stand after Weinstein's defense attorney questioned how she indicated her pleasure during what she claims was a 2005 rape by Weinstein at the Peninsula Hotel in Beverly Hills. Siebel Newsom fired back, "This is not when Harry met Sally. I'm not doing that," referencing a famous scene in the 1989 film where Meg Ryan's character faked a loud orgasm
exactly what
in
I
a
thought.
crowded New York restaurant. She then broke down in tears, saying, "I was making noises to get him to finish. He had already raped me. This is so gross. I'm so sorry." Oh, God, Harvey Weinstein looks horrible.
Wait, let me see.
I just got that excited.
I can't stand him.
Let me see.
Oh, good. I just hope
Oh,
I really hope he
looks like-
dies in prison.
He looks like the things that he's done.
He does look like a
Wait,
grotesque monster.
what movie was he promising to get her in that she slept with that pig?
I don't know. Well, she says he raped her.
Well, okay.
She-
I'm
yeah.
sorry that he raped
Yeah.
her for.
Siebel Newsom testified that she scheduled a business meeting with Weinstein at his hotel room, but once she arrived, things quickly turned ugly, which let this be a lesson to anybody. Business meetings should never take place at a hotel.
Yeah, please.
Hotel room, hotel bar, maybe the bar, but as long as you're not
at a hotel, not a bar. I've met at a hotel restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Stay away from the hotels. Just stay away.
If you can. There's Starbucks everywhere.
Because why would you schedule a business meeting with Weinstein at his hotel room? Which I understand he's Harvey Weinstein at this time, very powerful guy.
And he probably gave the impression of, I'm a very busy man. I got a couple of minutes for you. If you could come up in between.
Yeah, I got a couple of minutes for you.
That is disgusting, but true.
So she met with him at his hotel room, but once she arrived there, things quickly turned ugly. She said Weinstein changed out of his suit and into a robe before masturbating in front of her and threatening her. She claimed Weinstein penetrated her with a finger and then raped her with his deformed junk. She described
how is it deformed? Is she describing how deformed
She described his genitalia as kind of fish-like, the penis.
Wait.
I don't know what that means.
Wait, what if it was? Oh my God!
Something was.
Wait, do you think of it? It has a bigger head.
Wait, I want to know.
Don't want to get too graphic on the radio. We're on the radio.
I know.
See, something was distorted in the testicle area. Lots of skin down there. Siba Newsom is the fourth woman to testify.
He's not. He's
at the
circumcised too.
Stop getting so graphic.
Sorry. Go ahead.
All right, Siba Newsom is the fourth woman to testify at the trial that Weinstein sexually assaulted her. She said she first met the producer at the Toronto International Film Festival, where she was a bit part actress, and he was at the height of his career. Now, Weinstein is serving a 23-year sentence for rape. Oh, he might get out. For rape conviction in New York. He's pleaded not guilty to 11 counts of rape.
He is 344 years old, and you think he can serve 20 years and get out?
I don't think he's that old. I just think the stress has aged him. It's horrible.
Oh, stress that he's caused onto others?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He looks horrible. He looks.
But you know who looks worse than him? Ron Jeremy.
I haven't seen Ron Jeremy in a while.
He looks worse than that.
Ron Jeremy been looking bad for a real long time. Right. And so have Harvey Weinstein.
Candace Cameron says, can we get a network that doesn't have any gay people on? We'll get to that statement in a minute. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
We don't try to be all things to all people. We just remain true to who we are. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. The Senate is closing in on historic legislation that would make same-sex and interracial marriage a right. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said he's pushing these measures due to the conservative majority on the Supreme Court that recently overturned Roe v. Wade. The first hurdle in the effort passed Wednesday after 12 Republicans joined Democrats to move the bills forward. Lawyers for music star R. Kelly are seeking an acquittal or a new trial after his conviction 2 months ago in Chicago. Kelly was found guilty in September on charges that included child pornography involving sexual abuse of his underage goddaughter and other girls. R&B star SZA is announcing the name for her second album. SOS is set to be released sometime next month. And that's the latest. I'm Mike Island from your 24/7 news source, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
Traveling on the 210 eastbound in Monrovia just before Huntington Drive, there's a wreck that's in the middle lane causing delays from the 134. And on the 5 heading southbound in Tustin, that's just before Newport Avenue, a crash taking away the 2 right lanes is causing some heavy delays from the 2257 split. 405 southbound in Irvine just before Culver, there's a crash that's blocking the right lane. You'll see some stop-and-go traffic from Jamboree.
The sales are sweet at Whole Foods Market. Organic garnet or jewel sweet potatoes are just $1.69 per pound through November 24th, while supplies last. Prime members save an extra 10%. Shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
Is this the tether? This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The suspension of Brooklyn Nets guard Kyrie Irving is now at 7 games. Irving was given a 5-game suspension on November 2nd for promoting an anti-Semitic documentary on his Twitter page. The Nets and NBA front office are still evaluating Irving to see if he's met all the conditions to allow his return to the court. Former LA Sparks star Candace Parker announced she is returning for her 16th WNBA season. Parker, now 36, has been with the Chicago Sky the past 2 years. The University of Virginia football program is canceling its home game Saturday against Coastal Carolina after the shooting death this week of 3 team members. A former Virginia player is in custody. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. This sports report was brought to you by MVP Accident Attorneys. When it comes to your settlement, we're a slam dunk. Call 833-MVP-WINS or check their website at themvp.com for a free case review.
If you're the victim of a car accident, call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys. When it comes to getting the maximum compensation you deserve, our team hits it out of the park. Call 833-MVP-WINS for a free case review.
Call on me, your MVP. Is the pen mightier than the sword?
They say the pen is mightier than the sword. At KBLA Talk 1580, we not only have a lot to talk about, we have a lot to write about. Politics, relationships, business, empowerment, and culture. The all-star roster at KBLA Talk 1580 has you covered.
That's what it's all about.
Be sure to follow us on all our socials for our latest book releases, op-eds, essays, and commentaries from our hosts. And, of course, download the KBLA 1580 app as we strive to remain your most trusted, credible, and reliable source for the issues you care about. This is unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
What up, baby?
Our Weekly Los Angeles is the largest audited black newspaper in the state of California with a distribution of over 50,000 copies weekly. Pick up a copy every Thursday to get the latest news on African American communities of LA. You can also keep up with what's going on in Los Angeles and surrounding cities by going to www.ourweekly.com. The Our Weekly website is updated daily with the current news about us and for us. For your advertising needs, Our Weekly offers economical advertising packages to fit your budget. Feel free to call Our Weekly Los Angeles at 323-905-1300 or visit the website at www.ourweekly.com. Our Weekly Los Angeles, reporting news that matters to you.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I'm asking about Prevnar 20 because there's a chance pneumococcal pneumonia could put me in the hospital.
Age 65 or older, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I want to be able to keep my plans.
So I'm asking my doctor about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Maisha Cairo here with Dom Kennedy at JP Morgan Chase's Advancing Black Wealth Tour. They're here to promote generational wealth building in black communities. He's an independent rapper and the owner of OPM record label. Dom Kennedy, why do you find it important to be here today at this event with Chase?
For me, we've been having a lot of conversations with them, and giving me a lot of good facts and a lot of good feedback that I felt like needed to be shared. And if people heard it, they would take to the information and it would help them on their quest to be homeowners and just better off financially across the board. They like my perspective and being an artist and somebody that people knew that was born and raised in LA. People older and like bank managers could kind of be a little intimidating, I guess, to everyday people, especially that has never purchased a home. So just the angle of me being able to communicate it and make the story real, I guess for the younger people was a great opportunity and I didn't want to pass on.
That's awesome. So answer me this. Why is it important for companies like Chase to promote generational wealth in black and brown communities?
Keep it real, they make a lot of money off the black and brown communities. I look at it like it's a great responsibility for them to take on, to want to share some knowledge and some facts and try to put more people in homes, and give them a shot at and a chance at generational wealth. I think it's beneficial to both parties,
I'm Maisha Cairo, and that was Dom Kennedy. Stay tuned for more tips from Chase's Advancing Black Wealth Tour.
This is KBLA Talk 1580, where everybody is somebody and nobody is a stranger. You belong here.
All right, Candace Cameron. Burr?
Who's that?
Candace Cameron. She's related to... Who's she related to? Candace Cameron. Is that
let me see. Let me look.
Kirk Cameron's sister?
What?
Oh, I think so.
Wasn't Kirk like some like radical minister?
No, not
No.
radical.
He is a minister though, and he's very right wing. He definitely is.
He is very right wing.
And he does religious movies and
Radical
stuff.
right wing. Radical right wing. That's hard to say.
Yeah.
Radical right wing. Yeah, her sibling is Kurt Cameron.
Kurt Cameron.
Okay, so why do we know her though?
She was on after Full House. Let's see here. After Full House, she ended in 1995. She got started on Sybil and Boy Meets World. She's an actress, been in numerous made-for-TV movies.
Oh, she was on Full House?
Yeah, she worked for the Hallmark Channel. She's acted in over 24 Hallmark Channel movies.
Let me see. She does kind of look familiar because I love Hallmark.
Do you?
Oh, I watch Hallmark.
Oh, she's been in a bunch of movies. Oh, yeah, she's been in a lot of TV shows, a lot of movies.
But was she in the original Full House?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I know who she is then.
So she's the new. Let's see here.
Oh, she was the young girl.
Yeah.
She was not Stephanie, but the other one, the older
DJ
one.
Was it DJ Tanner?
Was it DJ?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see here what she said. Candace Cameron Burr's plans for new cable channel, no gays. That was a road.
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna start my own station, and then you guys can't play. Yeah. Like why?
Let me see. I'm trying to get to the new chief. The new chief creative officer at the Great American Family Network released a statement Monday saying, in part, I'm a devoted Christian, which means that I believe that every human being bears the image of God. Because of that, I am called to love all people, and I do. If you know me, you know that I'm a person who loves fiercely and indiscriminately. I would like to address my comments on Great American Family programming as reported in the Wall Street Journal. As you all know me, I know beyond question that I have great love and affection for all people. I'm a devoted Christian. To all members of the media responsible for using this opportunity to fan flames or conflict and hate, I have a simple message. I love you anyway. I have long wanted to find a home for more faith-based programming. I'm grateful to be an integral part of a young and growing network. I had also expressed in my interview, which was not included, that persons of all ethnicities and identities have and will continue to contribute to the network in great ways, in both in front of and behind the camera, which I encourage and fully support. I've never been interested in I can't pronounce that word. Through telling my story, but celebrating God's greatness in their lives. Oh, so she's just as religious as Kurt Cameron?
Yeah, she's very religious.
But the thing is
how did they get this religious?
Why do people make it about saying that it's faith-based as opposed to just saying that it's my belief? You know, like, because there's a lot of different faiths and a lot of different belief systems, so it's not about, and there's Christians that are gay. You know, so like, why do people? I don't understand.
So she sat down with the Wall Street Journal. I guess Glad is upset, and says she's going to be focusing on traditional families when it comes to future programming at the Great American Family Network, of which she's now the chief creative officer after parting ways with a longtime home at the Hallmark Channel. What that means by that, portraying heterosexual relationships and not same-sex couples. Her remarks catching a lot of backlash from a number of people who and organizations, notably GLAAD, which famously advocates for LGBTQ interests. So here's a good question here. Can heterosexual people have a channel of their own?
Well, see, I wanted to comment on that. She should have just did it and not said anything. Like when you open your mouth, then she should have just said that she's having a religious channel. Logo has a channel, right? Mm-hmm. So we got Logo, but the Logo channel, it's not just all gay programming. You see like, Golden Girls, like shows I think that maybe gay people like.
That Logo channel is the gayest channel in the history of gay programming.
And Golden Girls is probably one of the gayest shows ever.
I love that show.
I love Golden Girls.
I watched the Logo channel. There was a show called the A-List.
The A-List, right?
Oh my God, that was it was
hilarious.
It was a reality show about gay men.
I have Logo.
It was a reality show like about gay men.
Wasn't that where? Oh, go ahead.
And they were working their way through New York, Broadway, or whatever. It was the most. I couldn't stop watching it. I was like, "What is going?" It was like a train wreck. You couldn't stop watching it.
Yeah, they have some great
You're
programming.
like, "What is going on with this?" It was a bunch of.
Is it the same station that Queer Eye was on?
Yeah, Queer Eye was on for Straight Guy, and the L Word. I think they run reruns of that
the L
stuff.
Word I catch
and then
on
Showtime.
I think Showtime.
Showtime, right?
Is it wrong for her to not want to highlight gay relationships?
I feel like you can do whatever you want as long as you don't blatantly exclude.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, wow! She lives in Oklahoma.
But see, what?
Of course she does.
What I'm saying is, if she wants to have a programming that's not sexual, that's just heterosexual, just do it and don't say, well, I'm going to exclude. Once you verbally say that you're excluding a group of people, then the group of people is going to come after
Agreed.
you. I really believe that. I think, for me, I like more clean programming. That's why I like watching the Hallmark Channel. I like watching, I'm not into the love stuff. I always teased on about his love songs.
What's the Hallmark Channel? I mean,
So, and
their
they
type
play
of programming.
like kind of romantic.
It is very Hallmark cardish.
Yeah, very clean, very a good message, uplifting, brings a smile to your face. Like, It's a Wonderful Life, like that type of stuff.
She says, my heart wants to tell stories that have more meaning and purpose and depth behind them. I knew that the people behind Great American Family were Christian, that loved the Lord, and wanted to promote faith, programming, and good family entertainment. And they say Christmas movies on the small screen represent a booming business, generating at least $500 million in ad revenue each year, which is and that's probably why you see a lot of these Christmas and good-timey movies like on the Hallmark channels, because they probably don't make a massive amount of money, but they make a good, steady stream of income.
Right.
They do.
They can pay their rent.
They do. And then on Lifetime right now, there's 2 Lifetime channels. There's one Lifetime channel that's playing all the Christmas stuff, but they're very inclusive. You'll have lesbian couples, gay couples, and Christmas falling in love with the same sex, or interracial.
You'll be surprised to how that consistent money because of that consistent content, that how much money they actually make.
Yeah, they do.
Spiritual faith-based content is grossly underserved, says Bill Abbott, chief executive of Great American Media, who oversees the new network. When he discussed his channel on a podcast from the lifestyle site Family Savvy recently, he referred to the entertainment business as a sewer. But do people really want to see faith or spiritual-based? Like, is the audience that big?
Yes.
Have
you seen these mega churches? And do you know how many people watch?
I don't think the audience is that big for these.
But why exclude it? Because there's people like me who would definitely go support. I've supported almost every religious movie that have come out.
It's not about excluding it. It's about, can I sustain it?
Of course you can.
I agree with Don on that, though. It's because it's like, okay, how many shows or movies about religion or faith that can you really make that will keep the attention?
Oh, the audience.
In the South, maybe not in California, but it'll do really well in the South. And some of these other areas, it'll probably do much better than it would in California or New York or Illinois. But there is a market for that.
There is. But is there an advertising market for it? That's the problem.
I don't know. But see, I think like when it comes to religion or certain religions, there, like you said, there's a lot of mega churches. There's a ton of mega churches.
And they're all on TV.
And they're on TV. And they're like with my church in particular, they because they know that these movies are not going to make a lot of money. So what they do is they have a movie night on a Saturday and they put the movie on the big screen because they know that it's not going to do well.
Well, they said the channel's formula is what Mr. Abbott calls soft faith. A Christian message, he said, is there for viewers who are looking for it, but it doesn't aim to proselytize. I can't pronounce it. My mouth doesn't move that way. It's my mouth doesn't move that way. I can't pronounce. I just pronounced it. I just pronounced it in my head, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, but I can't pronounce it. Proselytize. I can't think of it. I can't pronounce it anyway. Great American Family also offers holiday films that follow conventional secular stories lines. New York
it'll
advertising.
Probably be more like Lifetime.
Yeah, they should just do like a Lifetime channel
without
with
the
that.
snapped.
Well, I can't believe she's gotten. Why they've gotten so. I guess it's because Kirk Cameron and what's her name again? Candace
Cameron
have been so.
They were child stars.
Well, they have been so. What's the word I'm looking for? Blessed to have amazing careers on hit shows. Maybe they're giving that up to God. It's like God gave us so much at a very young age that because of God, I have to spend the rest of my life giving in service to Him.
Well, I'm going to tell you.
That's the only thing I can think of. But why? Because he's gotten. Kirk Cameron's just like, he's woof.
Okay, so, a perfect example. When when I say Denise Matthews, that's Vanity, right? From Vanity 6.
When you say who?
Denise Matthews is her real name.
Why would I know that?
Oh, okay. Well, sorry.
Vanity?
Well, anyway, Vanity. Her name's Denise Matthews.
Okay.
I would watch all of her when she would go on YouTube, and she would go around the country and she would talk about what it was like being in Hollywood and how she gave her life to Christ. I also saw Kirk Cameron, but I saw him live a couple years ago, and I wanted to know why he spoke at my church, by the way, why he gave his life to Christ. I wanted to find out, why he left Hollywood. And even though he was blessed, there's so many things in Hollywood that, and Denise Matthews, aka Vanity, said this: there's so much darkness in Hollywood that it turns you a certain way, where there's drugs and there's all this other stuff. So, when you find comfort in religion or in God, it just is very overwhelming, and it consumes you to the point where you want to spread the word. And I think that's what Kirk Cameron did, because he didn't do much after whatever show he was on. Would he do one other thing, and then he completely changed his life to Christian programming?
He must have made a massive amount of money though on that Growing Pains show, right?
But he also does.
That still runs.
Yeah, it does it.
It runs on like Nick at Night.
So here's where she got into trouble. It says in the interview, Great American Family pushes both Mr. Abbott and Mrs. Bird deeper into culturally conservative territory as other networks are taking steps to trumpet diversity. Next month, Hallmark debuts The Holiday Sitter, the G-rated network's first original holiday film solely focused on an LGBT love story, which is probably why she left the Hallmark show.
That's why she was like, I'm out of here. I'm tired of you guys.
Yeah. Asked if she expects her new channel to feature same-sex couples as leads in holiday movies, Ms. Bird said no. I think the Great American Family will keep traditional marriage at its core, which I don't think it's wrong in saying that.
Mm-hmm. It's your business, but it's just come on.
Well, no, but I think if it's rooted in your religion and your view of Christianity, which some believe is.
But I think that's what she should say. It's that these are rooted in her beliefs. But I think that's they hired her as the content creator for the channel, and these are her beliefs and what she believes in, and she wants to focus on traditional marriage. But I think that's what she needs to say, that these are focused on her beliefs, and stop making it all about
the network. I think that's what the network is going to do.
No, not about the network, making it about Christianity, because then that excludes Christians that are gay.
Let's see, Mr. Abbott was vague in his thoughts on the subject. It's certainly the year 2022, so we're aware of the trends, he said. There's no whiteboard that says yes, this, or no, we'll never go here. Mrs. Bird's channel switch comes with risks. The small network isn't included in many basic cable packages and lacks an exclusive streaming platform. Its primetime audience is a fraction of Hallmark's, drawing roughly 333,000 live total viewers for last month's premiere of Destined at Christmas, which is it's not bad.
No, that's not bad.
Compared with 1.89 million who tuned in for the Hallmark.
Yeah, but they can. At least they can pay their rent.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. I mean, it's a small audience, but they get a streaming platform or a subscription thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's really where the Christian programming success will lie, in subscription-based programming. Because if you're relying upon ad-based, it may not draw a big enough audience for it to sustain itself off of playing commercials.
Yeah.
But if you like religious or Christian or soft faith leading programming and you want to pay $9.99 a month, I think that's the better way to go.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get what you want. You don't have to worry about anything, and you can support something you believe in. Yeah. So I don't think she's anti-gay. I just see she just wants to focus on traditional marriage, whatever that means. Yeah. All right, listen, we wrap things up when we come forward. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
Say the quiet part out loud. KBLA Talk 1580.
Black Panther Wakanda Forever scores the highest November debut ever. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News, brought to you by Cal Hope. Disney and Marvel Studios' Black Panther Wakanda Forever earns $180 million opening weekend. That's the highest November debut ever, and it ranks as the second highest opener of 2022. It should continue to build momentum with pretty impressive numbers. Fun fact, in 2018, Black Panther had this sequel beat, with $202 million at the box office opening weekend, with a total of $1.34 billion altogether. Do you think Wakanda Forever will do the same?
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. CalHope can help. Access CalHope's free and secure mental health resources today. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org.
Leaving things half done? Not a good look. Like a half-done hairdo.
All done.
Shouldn't the curls be on both sides? A half-baked peach cobbler.
A gummy crust? I don't think so.
Or a half of a domino.
Bam! Big six!
But where's the other half? Don't go halfway, especially with your immunity to COVID-19. Stay up to date with your vaccines and boosters. Visit myturn.ca.gov to find one near you. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that when we fight, we win. Community Coalition trains activists and organizers in order to support power building with Black, Brown, Indigenous, and people of color. Community Coalition works to help transform the social and economic conditions in South LA that foster addiction, crime, violence, and poverty by building a community institution that involves thousands in creating, influencing, and changing public policy. Founded by Karen Bass in 1990, Community Coalition was born as an African American and Latino organization with the goal of turning hopelessness and despair into action. The activism of the Community Coalition's members and community residents has almost solely stimulated economic recovery in South LA for decades, generating billions of dollars by redirecting them to South LA schools and foster care. In addition, Community Coalition offers amazing mind, body, soul resources, advocacy, and policy work, and has a robust and active membership body. To become a member, get a referral, or get support for your nonprofit, visit cocosouthla.org. That's cocosouthla.org, or call 323-750-9087. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Sanctuary of Hope invites you to come out, support Homeless Youth Awareness Month at a candlelight, interfaith prayer, and youth voice reflections, Tuesday, November 29th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. For more info, visit thesoh.org. Did you know a housing crisis puts young people at huge risk of more violence and trauma? And right now, young people and their children need support more than ever. Prevention services such as financial assistance, education, employment support, and mental health well-being are main drivers of impact. Contact thesoh.org for more information. Did you know an estimated 4.2 million youth and young adults experience homelessness, of which 700,000 are unaccompanied minors? The pathway to functional zero is prevention. More info at thesoh.org. Again, thesoh.org.
This is KBLA Talk 1580, where hate meets a scholarly match.
Well, we talked about a lot today. Karen Bass won the election. Yes.
You're welcome, Los Angeles.
You had a help in that. I didn't know.
Well,
that.
no, I mean, you're welcome. Thank you for everything that you've done, I've done, we've all done, and we're all welcome.
Yeah, we went over, her plan.
We're the winners.
Her major, I guess, first thing in office is going to be to tackle homelessness, and listen, I can't wait to see it. We read her plan, and sounds good. Let's see if we can get it implemented and get these people off the street.
Let's see if we can get Caruso to donate some of that money that he's been spending.
Doesn't
he care about homelessness?
I don't think he does, to be honest with you. I think he cares about making money. I think that's where his bread and butter lies, and I'm pretty sure he was like, yeah, I care that there are homeless people out there, but is he going to spend any of his own money to get people off the streets? I doubt it.
No, A, B, and C.
Yeah, it's funny, though, the amount of money that they spend trying to win election. I mean, that $100 million could have went to buy people homes. He could have, how many people could he have gotten off the street? Let me see. Let's say I move you and I'm going to spend $250,000. Let me just do the math real quick out of $100 million.
If you spend... if you did
$1 million,
$250,000,
divided by 250,000,
and that would be buying
So he could
someone.
have bought 400 houses to get families off the street with
sure.
with $100 million.
For sure.
You know, wouldn't have been maybe in this state, would have been somewhere else, but you know, that's a lot. That's a lot of people that he would have been impacted. Not a dent into the amount of people that are in the streets of Los Angeles, but a lot of people that could have been impacted.
Yeah.
Or, you know, listen, I like my idea better. Get them all vans and spend all this money. Spend $80,000 on a van that they can live in. Give them gas money and say, hey, go tour the country. Go to Florida.
Florida. Send them over there.
Listen, what they do is stay right here and be like, this is.
I would seriously
Thank you.
I would convert these vans into small little tiny homes.
That would be amazing, though.
Because you spend $80,000 on that. Build them a tiny home. Get their wheels going. They can't sell the van for 5 or 10. You can give it away, but you can't sell it. You know what I'm saying? You can't profit off of it, and then basically send them on their way. Give them like maybe $10,000 in gas and
food. What if they all can't drive?
All right.
They can't drive.
Listen, you just want to ruin my whole plan. Yes. I'm about solutions. You were about roadblocks. The voice of reason on tonight. Tonight's topic. What are the top good reasons for why a man would break up with a good woman? Ooh, this is a good one.
I don't know.
The top 10 reasons men break up with women as told by a guy.
Do guys break up with women?
Yes, you can read that at meetmindful.com/reasons. Which gender is more likely to initiate a breakup? I'm going to say women. What is your definition of a good woman and what makes her a keeper? Someone who is aligned with you to where, who has understanding. You can communicate. You guys are fighting constantly. Simply put, do men break up with women because they're in over their heads with her? Maybe. That might be interesting.
Yeah, I think so.
Does the act of ending relationships with men give many women an ego boost? If so, why? Does the act of, does it make you feel good to break up with a guy? I don't know if that's an ego boost, but I don't know.
I don't think so either. But I'd rather break up with him before he breaks up with me.
Okay, that's ego then. Does a man's relationship with his purpose outweigh his relationship with his woman? That's a good question. And what happens to a woman's ego when he says, I've had enough? That's got to be crushing.
That's hard.
It's got to be heartbreaking to break up with anybody. We're Don Amiche versus everybody with Kristen Marlowe. We're here Monday through Friday from 4 to 7. The voice of reason is up next with a caller-driven show right here on KBLA Talk 1580. Bye.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. The man convicted in the deadly Wisconsin parade attack is receiving 6 life sentences. Darrell Brooks was convicted of murdering 6 people after driving his SUV into a Christmas parade in Waukesha near Milwaukee in 2021. A defiant Brooks blamed the prosecution for falsely claiming the attack